I started, realizing that Korea was something amazing when I had Korean friends back in, I don't know, when I was like 13 or 14. And they just taught me so much about Korea because they brought lunch boxes to school with like kimchi and like rice and really spicy foods. And I love spicy foods. And so I was like, where does this come from? Why have I never discovered this? And they were like, yes, it's from Korea, from Seoul. And I was like, that's amazing. And we became really good friends. And one of my best friends is Korean. And she taught me so much about it. And I never had the chance to go over. So I was living through the experience of Korea through her. And from that, she introduced me to Korean music, like a long time ago. We're talking like HOT, GOD days. And I was like, oh, who are these guys? They're so masculine and I want to be like them, and their music's so cool, and they all had a different concept. There was a masculine guy, there was a rapper guy, there was a really cool stylist visual guy. And just through the music, I fell more in love with Korea. Yeah. There are so many things, but if I were to pick one thing about K-pop that's absolutely amazing, that stands out from the rest of I think the music industry, is the music videos. It's just absolutely flash, it's really on point, and as soon as you see a K-pop music video, you know automatically that this is a K-pop video, because the production value, the slick dancing, the concepts, the stages, and if you compare that to other music videos these days, they're just trying to live up to K-pop music videos, and the other ones seem to have like less budgets these days, but K-pop really maintains this and has a really high bar for everybody to reach. And I think the music videos really, really stand out. Once you discover a small piece of Asian pop or K-pop, it just opens you up to this whole new world, that there's so many more genres within K-pop, and there's even cooler bands, and then there's cool girl groups, and it just opens you up to a whole new world. And more friends as well. Definitely. It brings positivity within Australia because it allows people to make friends. I mean, if you're a part of, say, BTS, which is a band, a BTS army, all the BTS army fandoms are going to come together, they're going to hang out, they're going to play games. A couple of weeks ago, I went to a fan meet for the first time, and just to see what it was all about. And people from all over Australia came together just to make friends, to cook, just to listen to each other. And a lot of these, say, kids or girls don't usually like to be extroverted at all. They like to stay in their rooms. But for them to find someone with a common interest and just like listen to music together and really be happy, I think that makes a massive difference in Australia. Yeah. I think there's a few things. One thing would be the concepts. The concepts are a high priority in K-pop because, what concept are we coming back with? Is it going to be a really girly one? Is it going to be, like a really dark, like dark emo one? And I see that they prioritize this compared to, say, the Western music scene. That also the dancing as well. They really have a high standard of how they want to portray themselves. And just say if a new band debuts and it doesn't live up to the last band, clearly they're not going to make it to the next year. But I think in Western pop, there's a bit more leniency there. Just say, even if they're not that good, but they've got a good fan base behind them, they might continue. But with K-pop, the standard is just so high. I mean, we've heard rumors that 150 bands debut every single year, and the next year only 25 survive. And that just shows that only the best will get through. But Western pop, again, they could be a little bit more lenient. So I think, my wish is that K-pop will continue to grow. And with a lot of new comebacks these days, we can see that it is happening. But again, my wish is just that, K-pop will continually grow all across the world and, bring more people together, more better songs. Not saying that the songs now are bad at all. Just like continually grow and have a high standard in music.